Okay, so the Fediseer is a service that I started a few months ago. I never heard about the Fediseer, so apologies for the confusing names. It's something I created in order to combat spam, but I have extended its focus so that it's helping out. It can be also used for block list management and whitelist management, and it's basically a system that can be used by multiple people to collaborate on this kind of lists. So the very basic idea is that you have your whitelist, and the whitelist is based on the chain of trust concept, which is that an instance can only be guaranteed in the Fediseer if somebody guarantees for them. So every instance has a guarantor, which is like whoever is above them. Fediseer is the top one, and each of them can guarantee others. And by having this unbroken chain of trust, you can verify, you can have a human review of who is not spam. And because of this chain of trust, if a spam instance sneaks in, we can quickly break the chain of trust from that instance. But we then expanded it to handle, for example, censures, which is what we call dislikes. And the Fediseer is a concept where you don't act as a user, you act as your instance. So all the administrators of an instance act as their instance in the Fediseer, and they can promote and they can declare their own likes and dislikes on the Fediseer. For example, here you see the censored instances that these 4 instances have together. So you can see that they all censure these ones, and the reasons that they do it, and also the evidence about it. Some of them block to the Fedinuke, some of them are custom from what we discovered. Most of the instances at the Fediseer at the moment are still Lemmy oriented because we started from Lemmy, but a lot of Mastodon instances have started onboarding. And the cool thing about this is that it's a complete machine REST API. So if you go to Fediseer.com API, you can interact with this directly, and you have complete power as an integrator. So you can make any application and you can use it on your own way. So a lot of, like, I've created scripts which pull out my censure list and then join it with other censure list, filter it out based on reasoning, and then add it to my block list. You also have things, for example, like your endorsements. So here you can see, for example, this is my instance. And you can see some information that I volunteered about my instance and some information that others have given about me, like a crowdsourced review system, if it ever loads. So you can see things, let's see if I can load it from here. So you can see here the endorsements are given to others, which is the instances I like. And again, this is just information, the whole concept of the Fediseer, that it's just information for people. And how you use it is dependent on your tools. So people have started integrating it into UIs, into scripting, into however you want to use it. So, for example, we have a UI for Lemmy, which you can disable viewing of people which your instance has censored, or disabling viewing of instances which your instance has not liked explicitly. So you can do a lot of fancy things with this machine learning, and the interesting part is that it's completely crowdsourced. Everything that you do is always in relation to somebody else. There's no central list. So when you look at the endorsements, you look at the endorsements in relation to someone. So you can choose who you like and who you trust, and you make your custom lists based on that. That's all from me.
Hey, thank you very much. I am glad we connected here, even mistakenly initially, because this is a very cool software project. I'm very glad we had the opportunity to see that today.